Okay, we're going to have a heart-to-heart. Landria, Onkka here to talk about business, mostly online, but I was an investment banker for over 20 years. I can talk about traditional businesses too, and boy have I seen a lot. Today I want to talk about, let's just call it the schemes, not the scams. There's a lot of schemes out there. Now I want to give you an example of something right now. I actually met this person who seemed like a perfectly normal guy, very charming, good looking, great personality. And I did what every single person should be doing in our day and age, whether they're dating or doing business with somebody else, and that is Google. You can find out a lot about somebody if you Google them. There's no hiding any of this stuff anymore. If you are not doing this, then you are not paying attention to the opportunity out there to really know somebody's background, who they really are. Now, I just want to have one little caveat. There's a lot of nasty stuff out there that's not true, especially with competition. There are competitors that will give bad reviews, false reviews to their competitor to try and dissuade people to come to them. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real character and backgrounds. Now, having been in the securities industry, having a Series 7 and 55, I know how hard it was to get those licenses. But there are a lot of people out there doing things without them. This person in particular, who ended up, as I found out, in the penitentiary for over 3 years, and forgot to mention that to me. I want you to know something, that sometimes we want to believe the lie. And there are people that will. They'll make excuses for others. They want to believe the lie because we as humans, we want it to be easy. We want to be the lottery winner. We want to get the stock that hits woohoo, and we're set for life. That's very rare, and usually, almost all the time, it doesn't fix anything. In fact, sometimes it creates more problems. Have you ever had a lot? I have had a lot. There was no happiness there. The happiness had to come with or without that. When you're doing business, there's a lot of schemes out there. When you're paying somebody money to get something back, you have to ask yourself, if you're believing something that just sounds a little bit too good to be true, if there's honesty behind those messages, or if it's hype, it doesn't make that illegal. It's just a sales pitch, and that's allowed, unless they're throwing numbers out there that are false. You get these people that show you, I made this money and this money and this money. They don't tell you all the other details of how much money it takes them to earn that money, their advertising budgets, the months that they lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I know this because I'm in that world. If you're not getting skills, then you are not equipping yourself. You won't even have the knowledge to ask the questions. You need to be able to ask questions and make decisions about your own business. So if you're chasing all of these schemes out there, how to make money this way or this way or this way, you're missing out on the opportunity that you should have multiple income streams. And I say this all the time. Would you buy one stock and put it in your portfolio and pray that that's the one that goes up? No, you'd have a lot of stocks and you diversify. Now, when you own your own business, if you have skills and you know how to create an online business in particular, you can have hundreds, like I do, of income streams. Maybe you got a few dollars here or there, and it adds up. It diversifies you. But here's the clincher. And I know you don't want to really believe this or have to do this, but if you're an entrepreneur, you already know. You have to get the skills and the knowledge. You can make decisions. You can switch your business interests. You can work with people as affiliates and know if it's a good product or if they're doing things the right way or if somebody's being genuine. You'll know what to look for, but best of all, you'll be able to build your own brand, your own business, and intellectual property. Former investment banker, that's where most of the value lies. A lot of times these companies, they're not knocking it out of the park so much, but they're building value. And they can sell their companies for millions of dollars. Online companies, that's possible too. But not if you're not building your own business, and the only way you can do that is if you get that knowledge and skills. I have free videos for a training system that I learned. You have to do the work. And from there, I created courses, master classes, coaching. I've written books. I made $1,000 my first week with this, but not because it's just a great book. it's a great book, but because people know me. And so they know my brand, they know what I represent and stand for, and they purchased the book because they knew what kind of information they were going to get from me. And that, unfortunately, I have to tell you this, that takes time, attention, and work. It's so worth it. You'll own it, you're going to feel very confident, you're going to make decisions, wise ones. And somebody approaches you with some big old promise, do your homework, and then ask yourself if you're just falling for the hype, or if you're really building something that you're going to own and feel good about and have the skills, because guess what? You're valuable to other people when you have skills and knowledge. You can contract yourself out in addition to owning your own stuff. Why? Because now you become an expert on some level, and you don't have to be a technology person. I'm not. But find that lane and go after it, because your life is about loving what you do. Go earn money doing what you love. Get the skills, take the time, put in the work. It's worth it. And Google people. Find out. There's no excuse anymore. And from there you can make the best, most wise decisions for your future and your financial stability. I hope this was helpful. And by the way, I let that person know the exact date that I knew he got out of the penitentiary. And no matter how charming somebody is, a scheme's a scheme, and a scammer is a scammer. Don't fall for that. I'll see you in the next video.